Ark Survival Ascended. If I could fix your game, here's how I would do it. Sincerely, a random motherfucker on the internet. You see, Ark Survival Ascended is what I like to refer to as the greatest, worst game of all time. Now, if you've played the game before, you probably know exactly what I mean from that statement alone. Ark, at the core of it all, is the pinnacle gaming experience. I mean, it's perfect. If you write it all out on paper, it is perfect. You've got dinosaurs. Everybody loves dinosaurs. You've got survival. Most, if not everybody, loves survival games. And you've got taming, exploration, adventure, crafting, creativity. All of that on top of each other leads to what could be the perfect survival game. When Ark Survival Evolved first came out back in 2017, it had the whole world in its hands. I mean, I'm talking everybody was playing and talking about Ark Survival Evolved. You had the biggest YouTubers out there, biggest people in this gaming community playing this game and supporting the game. You had Jacksepticeye, you had PewDiePie, you had Markiplier, you had all these big name YouTubers playing your game to millions of viewers. How on earth do you mess this up? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Snail Games and Wildcard Studios. Oh, and let's not forget about Nitrado. You said you want to play Ark with 2 or 3 of your friends? Don't worry, you sure can. At the small price of $25 a month, you can play Ark with 2 or 3 of your friends. There is no smaller option. And you know what's crazy? There used to be an option on Nitrado. I specifically remember there being an option on Nitrado where you could play on a 10-person server for, I want to say it was like $9.99 a month. I could be wrong on the pricing, but it was cheaper. Why did they remove that as an option? A little something we like to call money and greed. You see, back when the developers were first teasing and announcing that there was going to be a remastered/remade version of Ark Survival Evolved, they promised one thing, and that promise was the fact that they were going to be rebuilding the game from the core. The developers basically made everybody pay for a $40 Unreal Engine 5 enhanced update for Ark Survival Evolved. So you make your players spend $45 on an enhanced, upgraded version of the game, when in reality it's just graphically improved. As far as the fundamentals of the game goes, with the coding and the way it's programmed, it is programmed the exact same way. I'm talking everything from the pathfinding, the enemies, the designs, the sound effects. It's the exact same game. There's nothing rebranded, remastered, or remade about it. In fact, if you go on the Steam charts right now, you can see there are more people actively playing Ark Survival Evolved than Ark Survival Ascended as we speak. Coming from someone who is relatively new to the Ark community, only being here for about a year, I figured I would express some things that I think the game Ark Survival Ascended could do well with and could use to essentially improve their game and possibly elevate their player base. The first thing on my list is completely reprogramming the game to be actually something different from Ark Survival Evolved. What do I mean by completely reprogram it? I'm talking new character models, new sound effects, new animations, unique animations, stuff that makes it feel different and not like you're just playing Ark Survival Evolved with enhanced graphics. They did some TLCs in Evolved way back in the day, but since those TLCs, everything has remained the exact same. People are tired of looking at the same dino models. They're tired of hearing the same sound effects, stomping sound effects, roars. They're tired of hearing it. They're tired of seeing it. They're tired of looking at it. They're tired of playing as it. Something that would be cool are animations for each creature. Like, let's say, for example, if a T-Rex kills you, there should be a unique animation, possibly, for when it kills you, like it eats you or some shit. Just small shit like that added onto several of the dinos could enhance and overall just make the game feel more fresh and unique to come back to. The next point I would like to go over is something that might be a little bit more controversial, might be a little bit more disagreed with, but just hear me out and you might sort of appreciate the point I'm trying to make. That is, make the game feel a little bit more scripted instead of making it feel as random as it does. I also think that the animals and the creatures and the dinos need to have more of a personality. A lot of the times when I'm playing the game, I'm not really looking at dinos dinos. I'm not really looking at creatures or, you know, scary monsters. I'm almost looking at just like a walking character model. It doesn't feel like I am in front of a T-Rex. It doesn't feel like I'm in front of a Spinosaurus. I think a unique little system they could have is like a revenge/a vengeance system with baby dinos. For example, let's say you find a T-Rex or an Allosaurus or something that has a baby. And let's say you kill the baby or all the babies or however many babies it has. The parents of those babies, or baby in this case, would pathfind to you. No matter where you are in the world, they will constantly track you down and find you until either you are dead or they are dead. That could be pretty cool. And you could also vice versa and make it the opposite. So let's say if you kill the parents, you can make it so the babies, once they grow up, they will now pathfind to you and find you wherever you are in the world. They will try and come get to your location. Small stuff like this added into the game could make it feel like these animals are truly alive and they have a sort of a personality. Now, pathfinding isn't necessarily a whole category in its own, but since I did mention pathfinding earlier, I figured I would give a quick mention to that before I move on to my next topic here. The pathfinding in this game is god awful. It is terrible. It is so fucking bad. What is he? Ark, bro. Ark. I'm tired of you. I'm so tired of you. What is he doing right now? Why is it so hard for the creature to just follow where I am going? Especially on flat surfaces where there's nothing really obstructing them except for a couple of fucking pebbles. A 2-ton dinosaur should be able to walk over the fucking pebbles and move on. Why are we spinning in circles while I'm calling you over 50 fucking feet away? Makes no sense. Moving on to the next topic I have here on my list, and this one might also be a little bit controversial, but just hear me out. Elements of RPG games. Like, let's take Skyrim, for example. And hear me out. Regional mini-bosses. I'm totally fine with having a boss that you have to summon, like what we currently have in the game. That's fine. That's in most survival games out there. But I think the addition of regional mini-bosses could be a really, really cool addition. You're walking through a snowy environment. All of a sudden, you see a big-ass creature that doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. You've never seen it before. And then a health bar shows up at the top of the screen. Kind of like if you're walking around the world of Elden Ring or Skyrim, you see a health bar show up, you're in a regional mini-boss fight, you know it's about to go down. Another game that does this is Palworld. We're gonna get to Palworld later on in the video. I've got a few statements about that. And just overall, I think this game could definitely be enhanced with some RPG elements. And I think, funnily enough, I do believe the developers see that same vision, because with the development of Ark 2, I think they're taking an RPG approach with that game. So I think they've seen that. However, they should have that in Ark Survival Ascended, because we know damn well Ark 2 at this point might not ever even be released. Another thing that could be cool is like unique weapons. You know, RPGs have their own unique weapons, like I believe Elden Ring in the Dark Souls game, they have like the Moonlight Greatsword, you got the Blades of Chaos, you got Link's Master Sword. All these things are unique to their game's universes. There are guns in Ark. There are, you know, pistols, rocket launchers, assault rifles, pickaxes, crossbows, bows. Where are the unique weapons? There should be a unique weapon to Ark. And this unique weapon could be obtained not by crafting it, but maybe by finding it somewhere or killing a certain boss fight or doing a mini boss, and you get a unique weapon from it. I think subtle elements of RPG could enhance this game. Now, the next topic brings us to something that's maybe a little bit more personal with me and what I enjoy in video games, but I think some of you might also appreciate and enjoy the vision I see here. Have you ever been playing Minecraft and you're walking around the landscape or the environment, and then that one song comes on, and you know what song that is? There's definitely a song that just popped up in your mind right now as I said that. And you just take it in. You just appreciate the music, and just the vibes, the nostalgia, and you just sit there and you appreciate the music. I'll be completely honest with you, I turn the music off when I play Ark. However, I've played Ark with music, and I can tell you what the music is like. There's like 2 different tracks in Ark that replay constantly. There's the combat music that happens when a dinosaur's chasing you, which is the same shit played over and over and over and over again, which is why I turn the music off. And then there's like the map unique music that plays when like you're leveling up, or when you're on the main screen. But there's seriously like maybe 1 or 2 songs that play throughout your entire experience in Ark. When you look at a game like Minecraft, Minecraft is one of those games that just simply feels immortal. And I think a huge part of that immortality that Minecraft holds is from the music. I think Ark could benefit off of having unique music. And hear me out. even unique music for certain creatures and dinos. Like, let's say if there's a Giga in the area, or if a Giga sees you and has your line of sight and is chasing you, there could be a unique leitmotif or something that plays for the Giga. Like, oh shit, I hear this song. You know what that means. What I've actually done here for this video is I've gathered some footage of me playing Ark and walking through certain landscapes, all very different from each other. And I've thrown some background music on that footage to show you guys what I sort of mean and the vision I see that could enhance that experience and make the game feel just a tad bit more immersive. Again, I know this is a very niche sort of addition, a niche thing that's probably more something I would like to see, but there might be a couple people out there who would also agree with me. Now, I know I mentioned Pal World earlier, so it's time to get to that. Let's take Pal World, for example, right? Pal World blew up, almost in a similar sense of fashion as Ark Survival Evolved. Very, very similar blowing upage. However, Pal World, I can confidently say, has a brighter future and still has more, statistically still has more players actively in it than what we saw with Ark Survival Evolved's first initial release. Hear me out, right? I know Pal World copied a lot of Ark's shit. Pal World did a lot of Arkage. They copied a lot of Ark's stuff. However, what they did is they copied all of the good shit from Ark. Pal World took a little bit from Ark. How about Ark takes a little bit from Pal World? And Ark Pal Worldifies itself. I think the biggest thing they could take away from Pal World that is unique to Pal World is the system where the teams can farm for you. There are some structures and crafting tables and like certain items that you need to craft in Ark that are absurdly expensive resource-wise, that on official settings make it so you literally have to have no life just to craft and farm enough resources to craft the item. I think Pal World is absolutely genius with the way they make it so your tames, your pals, your Pokemons can just do the farming for you. You can set up a little stone farming location and you can have certain pals, certain Pokemons that have like a 1-star rating or a 2-star rating or a 3-star rating for mining stone. And you can tame those things that have 1, 2, or 3-star ratings, and they would do the farming for you. That is genius. That is an absolutely genius game mechanic that removes the unnecessary tediousness of farming and makes it so you can farm whilst also doing other fun shit. Like, let's say mammoths have a 3-star or a tier 3 wood farming stat, and so you can make a wood farming post at your base and you can have 2 or 3 mammoths working on that and they could just farm you shit tons of wood. Like a T-Rex or something like that, it has like a 2-star stone farming rating, and you could do the same thing with the T-Rexes. Take some Pal World ideas and Pal Worldify Ark. The final point I wanted to make in this video, the final thing I think could help change and fix Ark, this final point of mine, sell the fucking studio. Sell it all. Burn it to the ground. No, don't burn it, because you gotta make money somehow. Because we know these motherfuckers love making money. They're god-awful at making money, but they love making money. All these premium mods and shit, all these premium maps, all this bullshit, the game itself being $45 when it should have just been a free upgrade to Ark Survival Evolved. These motherfuckers love making money, but they suck ass at making money. So, sell the studio to some younger, honestly, I'm not even bullshitting you. If you sold the studio to like younger fucking modders, people part of the modding community, they could make the game better off of straight up charity. Just donations. They could make the game better. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end today's video here. Now, I'm curious. what would you guys add on to my already existing list of things to change? I've actually had this whole list down here. I've had a whole script written out for this video. What points do you guys agree with? What points do you guys disagree with? What points would you add on? I'm very curious to hear from the community what you guys would like to see. This video very well could just be a flop, and it probably will end up being a flop, but I don't care. I would still like to just get it out there anyway to express my opinions on the current state of the game. I'm already knowing as I go to bed tonight and as I move on with my life, there's gonna be some things I'm gonna think of, and I'm just like, oh my god, why didn't I say that in the video? Truth is, I love Ark. It's really what's gotten me to the point where I'm at today on YouTube. Granted, I'm still a tiny YouTuber in the tiniest, darkest corner of YouTube that nobody knows about, but it has gotten me to where I am right now currently. So I have to appreciate, I have to thank it for what it is, because without this community, I would not be talking to you guys right now. So I have to thank the game and just give my utmost support to the game. But that support comes with its constructive criticism. I want it to do better. I want it to be better, because I think it can be better, but I don't think it's going to get better. If you'd like to talk more about Ark and just in general talk with me and even play with me, I run my own Discord. I'll leave a link to that in the description. It's on the screen now. I'll leave it in the comments. If you join the Discord, you might have access to some new servers that I do with my community. I play with my community. I play with my viewers. You might see yourself in a video in the future. I'm currently hosting an Aberration server. You can talk to me about getting into that if you'd like, and the newer maps that are coming out, I'll be having servers on those where you guys can come and play with me and the rest of the community. So thank you all so much for watching. If you guys like the video, like button. If you dislike the video, as always folks, capture moments, good memories. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.